They suffer huge losses but advance. Russian occupants have managed to take control of about two-thirds of the city of Bakhmut. The fiercest fighting is now taking place in the western parts of the city. Military analysts emphasize that the enemy has reduced its offensive activity in other parts of the front line and there is no significant successes. Soldiers in the trenches are observing how the Russians are actively preparing for an Ukrainian counteroffensive. The situation at the front line is described in our next review.
Go, go, go!
Ukrainian and Russian armies are fighting for every house in Bakhmut. The enemy has been trying in vain to capture the city since last summer, but now they are close to their goal.
More than 75% of the city is under our regiment's control. But saying that the city is fully under our control is premature. Fierce fighting continues in the western part.
Military analysts confirm that two-thirds of Bakhmut is controlled by Russians. But the situation is very dynamic and the Ukrainian army continues to fight for the city. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine said. The occupiers are said to lose up to 100 soldiers every day while storming the city, and the Russian command is forced to send elite units, including paratroopers, to capture Bakhmut, but they are not enough.
If we have to withdraw from Bakhmut, I think our military leaders will make the right decision and withdraw to save the lives of our soldiers, because with the withdrawal from the city, the defense of this area will not be lost. But if there are levers to hold Bakhmut, then it must be held in order to continue to bring the Russians there, including the newly arrived paratroopers, to whom the Russian command wants to attribute the glory of capturing Bakhmut.
Instead, the pace of the Russian offensive in terms of Russian attacks has slowed in all other areas of the front, even in Avdiivka, which is called the second Bakhmut. The American Institute for the Study of War notes.
The enemy is now more afraid that we will go on the offensive and is not planning its offensive actions. We take information from many sources, intercepts, aerial reconnaissance, and generally we can see from their actions what they are preparing for. Now they are actively mining their positions, especially the forefront. Thank God their interaction is not very high, because their vehicles were driving in and exploding all their mines.
The Russians are carefully preparing for the Ukrainian counteroffensive, military experts say. The occupiers are building fortifications along the entire front line. Several defense lines will be in the occupied Crimea, and they are actively fortifying their border.
They go not only along the engagement line, but even across it, meaning the enemy is actually trying to divide the entire front line into zones that are closed by fortifications and mined on all sides. This means that the preparation for the Ukrainian counteroffensive must also take into account the stage when artillery and aviation will first have to destroy these fortifications, which may slow down the offensive itself.
Therefore, the expert is convinced that due to serious challenges, the Ukrainian military command will not rush to launch a counteroffensive until the army is properly prepared.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Latest news, trends, and analytics on all about Ukraine. Like, share, and subscribe. Any questions, proposals, and comments, contact us via email.